It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This NBA season in full swing, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. He's excited. Kenny is here. He's excited.
Yes.
We're just happy to have you here. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Charlotte Hornets. Checking out the Hornets, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Well, guys, so much of what Kevin Love can do on the floor doesn't even show up on the stat sheet. One thing you often hear people talk about is his ability to throw the outlet pass. Have you ever seen another player, well, I know I have, as good as he is on the outlet?
Well, you know, Wes Unseld is the first name you think of.
That was the one in my brain, too.
The godfather of big men, Bill Russell, defined what it meant to be a good outlet passer. But you know what's funny, Ernie? I can't outlet the ball like he does, and I'm the strongest guy to ever play the game.
You're the strongest man that ever played the game.
I don't know why I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
I don't know.
Why not?
What makes you the strongest man that ever played the game?
Because I ripped down 15 backboards.
Okay, well, that makes you the strongest man that ever played the game.
And you can't throw a pass like that.
No, not the overhead one. He has one where he does it from the chest.
Yes.
I can't do that one.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
Okay.
Well,
maybe it's a weak upper body.
There it is.
Ernie, look at this chest.
I'll just say this. Wes Unseld, I agree with.
Thank you.
I'll take my shirt off right now.
No, please don't.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Yo, DJ.
Yo.
You want to work on those handles before tonight's game, homie? I got this new move I want to show you.
I can't, man. I'm watching game tape right now. Talk to Sham. He's not doing anything.
Fine. Yo, Shammy.
Chilling, Jug. Not right now, man.
Man, how'd you even hear us?
Hey, man, what you doing?
He's not even listening to anything.
Well, if you really want to know, these are noise canceling.
Oh, okay.
And they also let people know I don't want to be bothered. I guess some of us didn't get it.
Come on, Shammy. Let me just show you this one move I've been working on. I won't dunk on you, I promise.
Dunk on me? Child, please. And does it look like I'm ready to hoop, Jug?
In that tracksuit? Actually, yeah, you do.
Brandon! Come on. Get him out of here. Give him some space.
All right, Jug.
Come on.
Sorry, Miss Hannah. Hey, I'm gonna be out there if you want to see something.
See you later, Jug. What you looking at, brother?
Bro, are you afraid to use your left hand, man?
I'm not about to go there with you.
Come on. You use it in practice all the time.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
a huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, look, the return of LeBron James to Cleveland has become one of the best redemptive stories of the last decade. He clearly wasn't just great on the court. The roster and the coaching staff have been shaped by his hand as well. Now, LeBron said, I know what personnel works for my game. I knew what we needed, and I think our GM and our coaching staff have done a great job of fulfilling that. Guys?
Thanks, D.A., and it's crucial that Cleveland keeps LeBron happy, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. So, Doris, already some interesting stories this year, and we've only just started. What's impressing you so far?
Well, I think, Kevin, we're always a little bit surprised for a couple of clubs that we had low expectations of. They've come out surprisingly strong, and conversely, a couple of favorites who are showing perhaps some unforeseen signs of weakness. Can they pull themselves back together? We'll see.
So the Hornets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. MKG and Williams are the forwards. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Zeller in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Walker. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Crowder, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Smith comes in for James. DJ is checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. And then for Charlotte, Monk's checked in for Williams. Julian Stone comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Walker. Smith outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Hornets trail by 7. In the corner, it's Monk. And a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Here's Parsons. And that one comes up a bit short.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Stone kicks to Carter-Williams. He dishes it to Monk. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
Well, Rose with energy and effort can still beat you in transition.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Carter-Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 13 feet away. Misses off the right iron. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Outside Rose. Now the dish to Love. Crowder kicks to Smith. Love the pass to Parsons. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
There's a screen. Kicks it to Monk. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Monk's got 6.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now here's Parsons. Back to Crowder. Love with the screen for Crowder. Right at the free throw line. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Well, Jake Crowder has developed into a very reliable mid-range shooter. You don't want to let him get comfortable.
Pass to Monk. Dishes it to Zeller. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball. And from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Marvin Williams is checked in for Kid Gilchrist. Smith kicks to DJ. He feeds it to Crowder. Passes it to Love. Parsons for 3. Monk grabs the board. Hornets trail by 6. And here is Carter Williams looking for his first basket still in this one. Pick by Zeller. Carter Williams dishes to Stone. They get it again. Kevin Love has been leading the charge for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm. You see it every time he steps on the floor. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. And if he were to be out with an injury now, it would really hurt this team, Kevin, because they count on him to do so many things.
All right, David, thank you for the update. I know we're all interested in what his status is.
And it might be a tough road back for him. But one thing's for sure, he will be back.
Well, we know this. The guy's a fighter. I'm sure nobody's more disappointed than he is to have to go through this. But I am sure this guy will work every day to get back as quick as possible.
On the court for Charlotte, Monk is out there with Marvin Williams. Then it's Michael Carter Williams. Then there's Julian Stone. And it's Zeller in at the 5. Now here's Carter Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Doesn't go that time.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Hornets trail by 11. Here's Stone. And he banks in the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Monk with the ball. Last time out, he had 13 points. For the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Monk's got 9.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. And that sends DJ to the free throw line. It's going to be on Michael Carter Williams. The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And that one misses. Doris, it's been said that you started playing basketball in the 2nd grade. How did your love of this sport become so evident so early?
Yeah, I moved to the Jersey Shore when I was 7 years old. There was a park right next door. And, I'm the last of 8 kids. My family didn't have a ton of money. But, boy, all I needed was a rim and a basketball. And I could spend 6, 7, 8 hours. My mother used to call me back in from the park to have lunch or dinner. I just spent my entire childhood on the hard court next door dribbling away.
Were you naturally good at it, or did you feel like you had to work at it, or did you just feel like I got an knack for this?
No, I think, obviously when you play the game from 7 years old, you pick up on a lot of the nuance, and as in anything, you have to work hard at something to be good at it. And it didn't feel like work because I love basketball.
It shows even now. Cleveland shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Kemba Walker is checked in for the Hornets.
When you look at the Cavs bench, you certainly see a lot of veterans over there. LeBron wants teammates he can trust in the heat of the playoffs.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And LeBron trying to make the most of his championship window, Doris. But does the age of the Cavalier role players shorten that window, do you think?
Well, I think it's a great question. And you could look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs, and they put among their reserves young developing players, and that helps to extend their run. With the Cavs, it seems to be more of a now or never approach.
Now, here's Walker. He picked up 24 points in their last win against Washington. Here's Stone, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Jefferson kicks to DJ. Off target from outside. Charlotte, their last game, a win against Washington.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
And so here's Cleveland following the bucket by the Hornets. Outside Thomas. Kicks it out to Parsons. And another miss by Cleveland.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Williams a screen. From deep, Walker. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here's Crowder. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots, and nothing is falling for him right now. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Here's Parsons. He's got 8. Thompson outside. Back to Parsons. And the miss by Parsons.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And maybe not as highly touted as some other guards that went before him, but Malik Monk can be.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cavaliers lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kevin Love really has his... DJ is checked in for the Cavaliers. Hornets trail by 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. DJ out there with Thomas. And it's James in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. On the wing, Williams. Kid Gilchrist, that's the pick for Williams. Count it, and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Crowder, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
And Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. And it just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
For Cleveland, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. That free throw good from Thompson.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Well, we the North starting to turn out some players, right? Out of Toronto, Canada, Tristan Thompson. He doesn't have the most expansive offensive skill set, but guys, his motor is as good as it gets.
Here's Williams. That one wide left.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
And DJ gets it to go on the assist from Crowder. 10 points for DJ. And Thompson, one of the most relentless rebounders in the NBA.
Well, this is the elite skill he brings to the table. His durability and nightly effort on the boards make him a hugely valuable player, worthy of that contract.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Pass to Parsons. Three-pointer. Parsons missing again. Charlotte has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Williams gets the bucket. Now James. He's got 7. Outside Crowder. Cleveland moving the ball around. And Parsons kicks to James. And Thomas has it in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got a pair of threes now here in the third for Cleveland.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
The pass to Zeller. And there's the feed to Lamb. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Lamb's got 11.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
It's stolen by Lamb. Feeds it to Kid Gilchrist. There's a screen by Williams. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Williams. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
LeBron kicks to DJ. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. The shot, no good. LeBron with some nice D. Here's DJ, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Charlotte.
I'll tell you guys, there's a tenacity to his game that you have to like. DJ never gets lazy out there. He always seems to go full speed.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith has checked in. Monk's checked in for Charlotte. Julian Stone comes in for Jeremy Lamb. You have a number of young teams in the league, Doris, with a lot of talent, but not many wins. Still in the process of learning how to win. What can a coach do to keep them confident and inspire them through the tough times, the growing pains?
You know, Kev, I think one thing you always hear coaches talk about is the process, and you can't skip steps. And so I think if you throw yourself into trying to get better every single day, and I would say look no further than Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who started their careers on an Oklahoma City team that barely broke double-digit wins in the NBA, but both were diligent, both kept to the course, and both continued to work hard. And now you've got 2 guys who really are MVP-level kind of guys.
And don't you see the stair step, too, for a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who every year picks up something different to do to enhance his overall game?
You know, that's a great point. The Spurs would tell you they built his game brick by brick. I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Stone. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Stone's got 12 in the game.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Parsons attacking. Outside for Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. Thomas got 15 points in just the second half. Picked by Zeller. He kicks it to Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, without a lot of shot blocking on the interior, the Cavs play a very conservative defensive style, a low rate.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
When you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Woo, baby.
That was a good one, huh, Boo?
Woohoo! Man, this must be what jewel thieves feel like after the heist.
Man, I would love to be a jewel thief. Just start the car, bro.
You know what's funny? When I was a kid watching ball, I used to love close games. Fans still love them, I guess. Me, I just hate them. I'd rather we just blow teams out.
You know, that's great veteran advice. Why don't we just blow teams out? Why didn't I think of that? You know, that would really revolutionize the game of basketball. If we just blew teams out.
Wouldn't it?
That simple.
Just blow teams out.
See, Boo-Boo stands by it.
Don't worry about it, man. I'll catch you later. I'll be here. Where else would I be?
That is kind of different. So he passing the ball from left to right. What?
SK and Charlie, what are you guys doing here?
We just finished up the improv group. I was just telling B about...
He was telling me about this mumbo-jumbo about three-pointers and, like, mid-range. I don't know. I told him to show me, but I still don't really get what he's talking about.
Yeah, that sounds like SK. So how'd it go tonight?
Good, good. I killed it. You know what I'm saying? As usual.
Yeah, it was good. How do you guys know each other anyway?
Oh, we go way, way, way back to, like, nursery school days, you know what I mean?
Yup, me and my twin sister, Lil Tasty, a.k.a. Yellow Mamba, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Inside joke, inside joke. We used to kick it with DJ since we was babies. Since you was crying when your parents left you at school.
Oh, my gosh.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember. You only bring it up, like, all the time, man. Hey, SK, since you're gonna be at my place, like, all the time, why don't you just kind of do your job and bring the stat reports, man?
Hey, what's a stat kid do anyway? How you get that job?
You don't want it.
Hey, he's been helping me keep my efficiency up.
What's
I
that?
appreciate you, bro.
It's like making the most out of every opportunity. Basically taking the best shots possible, passing to an open teammate when they're in a position to score. Those are the type of things that lead to an efficient offense. You know, the thing I was telling you about before.
Huh, you know who the best player like that is?
Me in my second season.
Steph Curry.
Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant. Why are you laughing?
Are we doing improv right now? Because I don't know what's happening.
What do you mean? Kobe's the best. That's been happening.
All right, first of all.
81, baby.
81, though.
He did have 81.
81, you mean?
81 points.
Against the Raptors.
That's what I figured. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
24.
Kobe for life.
24 at the door.
On the flow.
On the flow for sure.
Ain't no mo, he gon' score.
Gon' score, let him know.
Hey, let him know for sure.
Hey.
We still got it. We still got it,
baby.
I also like Kobe Bryant.